Thank you very much. My name is Carolyn Shelton, and I'm not shy about talking about etiquette and manners. Just want to give you guys a brief, I guess a brief bio on myself. I'm not from New Orleans. I am from Lafayette, Louisiana. I attended Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. I should be a teacher right now, but I can't do it. I became a flight attendant. How many of you know what a flight attendant is? An airline stewardess in the air, travel all over the country. And on my days off from flying, many, many years ago, back in the 80s, I would go into the neighborhood and teach manners. And I want you to take off your hat, by the way. I would go in the neighborhoods and teach manners. And why I felt manners was important, and like he said, it's about respect, it's liking who you are. And I was taught manners. I was taught manners in the country. I lived in the country in Youngsville, Louisiana. And my grandmother would be milking the cow outside. My grandfather would be maybe killing a hog. But at the time that we would go and eat dinner, we had to practice manners. Excuse me, thank you, please, cost absolutely nothing. How many of you taught the basics in manners? How many of you taught excuse me? Say excuse me. Thank you, and please. And I want everyone to repeat after me. I'm young, I'm gifted, and I'm classy. The ladies are going to say, I will conduct myself as a lady 24/7. The gentleman will say, I will conduct myself as a what? 24 what? How much does manners cost? Nothing. Every person in this room, adults, children, and otherwise, I know that we're taught manners. Manners, to me, breaks down hostilities that you may have pinned up inside of you. Manners, knowing how to conduct yourself at the dinner table, like he said. Many deals are made over dinner. A lot of big businessmen, let's do lunch, John. They go to Brennan's, they go to all the big restaurants. They conduct business over a meal. Now, young men, young ladies, you might be asked to apply for a job. They might be interested in you. And what's your name here in the suit? Darrell is dressed properly. They're going to pay attention to his nails, whether they're clean, his haircut. If he has piercings that day, he needs to take them all out. If he's got tattoos all the way up his back, he got to cover them up. Not to say that you got to go take them away, but certain jobs, you can't have certain things. You have to know how to conduct yourself. So, manners is more than just knowing how to eat your soup, knowing when to slurp, knowing when to burp, knowing how to cut your steak, knowing how to cut your chicken. It's more than that, because many deals and interviews are done at the table. So if you're having dinner with some person that wants to hire you, it could be the mayor's office, and you attack your soup like it's the Last Supper, you won't get the job. You're making noise, you're doing this, like you're at home at grandma's house. Totally unacceptable. You have to know that if you're in public, you're going to eat your soup a certain way. You can teach yourself. After this class, I'm going to give everyone an etiquette book. I'm hoping Fred will get a book. I'm sorry? That's what I said, Carl. What did I say? Fred? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. But anyway, I'm going to make sure that he gets an etiquette book for everyone to take, and you can just read it in when you're not busy. When you're eating soup, your soup spoon is usually a little larger than your normal spoon, and it's usually to the right of the knife. So everyone who has a soup spoon, pick it up for me. Well, before we do that, we'll talk about that later, napkin etiquette. We're going to talk a little bit about soup. Okay, how do you eat soup? Come up.
Okay,
Show us the proper way to eat your soup, sir.
Soup in front of you, you're not going to go like this. You're going to go away from you.
Keep going, keep going.
Bring it up. You go away and you bring it up.
Keep going.
You don't put your head.
Keep going. Give him a hand. He did it correct. 100% on the money. On the money. Always remember, he's been taught You go like this, like this. When you've completed your soup, where do you put your spoon?
In the middle.
No, on the side of the plate. So when you finish, you put it on the side. So he give him a hand again. When you sit down, the very first thing you do is take your napkin and you place it in your lap. Everybody take your napkin down. Okay. This is not a washcloth. And you don't have to do this. Watch this. You ain't got to do that. You're going to take your napkin and you're going to place it folded just like that and put it right on your lap like so. As you're eating, none of this. You ain't gonna wash your face. Take a bath before you go home, before you leave home. You're gonna dab your corn. Everybody pick your napkin up. You're eating. You're gonna go like this, and you're gonna place it in your lap. Okay? All right, let's see, which one do I want? Young lady, come up here. I have to do this is a mini version of my class because normally it's longer. Okay. We're going to pretend that you have, this is a mini version. Hold this right quick. We're going to pretend, I'm going to hold this way. And always, your knife should always be facing toward the plate. And we're going to pretend you have some meat here, potatoes here, and something else over here. Let me see you cut your steak, and let me see how you're going to eat your steak you're eating. Let me just watch you eat. Eat. Keep going. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Do I do the potato now?
You do how, just eat how you eat. Okay. Okay. Now hold this plate for me. Give y'all a. If you're in a restaurant, if you're at a banquet, because many of you will have to go to banquets and different functions out of town, you have to know how to eat properly. How much does manners cost? Exactly, but you have to know, right? So you have a piece of meat here or some chicken. As bad as you want to pick up that chicken with your fingers, in public, unless it's Popeyes, do not pick up that chicken. I don't care if they got a piece of chicken in the corner of that bone and you want it bad. Do not pick up that chicken, okay? So most people, what they do, they saw their food wrong, or they'll cut it in bite-sized pieces. Always cut as you eat. Cut as you eat. Everybody do that for me, just kind of demonstrate. Cut as you eat. Everybody, and look, none of this, look, hold your, watch this. None of this, cut as you eat. Cut as you eat. Does anybody have any bread over there, sir? Give me a roll, somebody, a roll. No bread? Okay. Okay, everybody got it? Let's give her a nice hand, you guys. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll show you how to eat bread. That's very important. Arrive at the table with your hands clean and neat, and I wasn't trying to embarrass you, but I want you guys to understand, you don't show up at the table with a hat on your head. It's disrespectful when you go into grandmother's house, your mama's house, or whomever. If you come into my house, out of respect, you take the hat off. The chapeau, as they call it in French. It's called respect. If you want respect, you have to give respect. We have to learn how to respect the elderly. We have to learn how to respect each other. And I have to tell you guys, I just recently moved here, and I'm saddened at the crime that we have in this town. And I asked the young man, I said, what is it? What is going on? And he said, territory, space, people invading each other's space. This space belongs to all of us. If you can avoid having any kind of ruckus, confrontation, cursing somebody out, please refrain from doing it. A lady, you want respect, you have to carry yourself with respect. If you want the brothers to say, how you doing? What's your name? Nia. How you doing, Nia? Nia can't walk down the street with half of her body exposed and expect someone to respect her. Young men, you're applying for a job, you can't go and look for a job. Y'all used to wear your pants here, then it went here, and now it's here. Well, let me just tell y'all this. Y'all might think I'm lying. Ask me how many times have I asked a young man to pull up his pants. And I didn't do it in a disrespectful way. This one brother was walking down the street, all three of his buddies. He was the only one showing his jockey straps or whatever. And I walked up to him and I said, sir. He went, what? I said, you're so handsome. He was ugly. I said, you are so I said, you are so handsome. I said, would you do me a favor? He looked at me like, what? I said, could you please pull your pants up? What do y'all think he did? Pull his pants up. You know why? Because I wasn't disrespectful to him. I asked him as a mom. I asked him just to be respectful. It doesn't cost anything. When you guys walk into a restaurant to apply for a job, it's automatically assumed that you're bad. If you look like you're bad, they're going to treat you like you're bad. And sometimes you might walk in and apply for a job, and you know they'll tell you, oh, what's your name with orange? Tori, we got your application. Now Tori's going to come in maybe that day not dressed properly. They'll take the application, and when you walk out the door, they throw it in the trash can. You have to do things extra to be remembered. It's not easy getting a job. I was one of the airline's first black flight attendants. And what I had to go through was I can't even begin to tell you guys what I went through. But I had to endure. And I decided, because they would ask me stupid questions, so I decided that I was going to come back to the neighborhood and teach you guys what I learned. I came out of a family of 9 kids. We lived in the projects. We lived in the projects. My mother had 9 of us. But my mom taught us manners. Came out of a clean home, out of a positive home. If somebody gives you a lemon, you make lemonade. If you're angry, try to work it out. We can't walk around angry, because if we walk around angry, we're going to continue to be unemployed. I was over on St. Charles somewhere today, and a guy walked up. Looked like he gets 3 meals a day, and he was stuttering. Excuse me, can I have $5? I'm epileptic. I just got released from prison. He told me about 7 things that was wrong with him. He wanted $5. And I told him, no, sir. A week ago, I'm in the car. There's an old man, old man, and he was shaking. And he was old. He didn't even ask for any money. You know what I did? I gave him some money, because he didn't ask, but he needed it. I mean, we got a lot of work to do, and if we keep practicing incorrect manners, we're not going to ever change anything. You guys are our future, and we have to change things, but we can start by respecting one another. Okay, let's see which one other. Oh, young man, what's your name? Come on, Michael. Let me see what you know, Michael. Okay, let's pretend, Michael, that you have a piece of bread right here. This is a butter plate, everybody. This is usually a butter knife. And so he's got a piece of bread and some butter. Let me see you eat your bread. I'll hold it for you.
You cut it.
Okay, go ahead.
After you spread your butter, you'll cut it, and then you'll use your fork, and then you'll eat it.
Okay, you're gonna eat how are you gonna pick up that bread? Show me how you're gonna pick up the bread.
After you cut it, you're gonna use your fork and then eat it like that.
You can do it like that, but let me show you something. Hold that. Okay, when you have a piece of bread, step back here. When you have a piece of bread on your plate, like a roll, what you do, hold that for me. You're gonna take that bread, you're gonna break it in bite-sized pieces, and you're gonna butter it as you eat. So you eat that piece, you're going to break another piece, and you're going to butter it as you eat. Does everybody get that? Okay, any other questions? Thank you. Okay. Okay. Let's go over these tips real quick. Arrive at the table whenever even if you're at home. Arrive at the table with your hands clean and your body clean and your face clean. Place your napkin. The very first thing you do when you sit down is you place your napkin in your lap. Who knows what happens to the napkin if you have to go to the restroom? Come see. You have to go to the restroom, so where are you going to put your napkin? Okay, we're going to tell you. You can take it and put it in your chair. You can lay it in a chair, or you can put it on the armrest of your chair, or you can take it and put it on the side of your plate like that. So that's where you put your napkin. Okay? Everybody sit up straight.
Excuse me. Say that one more time.
What's that?
What you just said about the napkin.
Please burp or whatever. You know, if it's a lot, then you can just excuse yourself and go to the restroom. Never ever chew with your mouth full of food. Never walk to the table with gum in your mouth. Never go on a job interview with gum in your mouth. After you've had your job interview, it's important that you send a thank you note. Thanking that person, you can send them an email or whatever. If you're at someone's home and you don't eat pork, or you don't eat this, you don't eat that, it's okay not to eat it, but try to taste some of it or just push it off to the side and, you know, don't embarrass the cook. Whenever you have a salt and pepper, let me see, no salt and pepper shaker. Let me see what can I get. Oh, right here. Mr. Handsome, yes, sir. Okay, remember this too. I'm sitting at the table, and there's a salt and pepper shaker right here, okay? Okay, you sit over there. You stand right there, okay? We're going to pretend it's a salt and pepper shaker. What's your first name? Albert. Albert? Okay, Albert. Albert, would you please pass me the step so they can see over there? Step this way a little bit, yeah. Yeah, just a bit. Albert. Okay, I want them to see. Albert, now this is salt and pepper shaker here, right? Okay? Albert, would you please pass me the salt? What are you going to do? Thank you. Okay. Albert, would you please pass me the pepper? Okay. How many of you think he did it correctly or wrong?
Show of hands, right. If you did it right, show of hands.
Right? How many think he did it wrong? Okay, what's the right way? What's your name in the red? Come see. What's your name? Javon? Javon, please pass me the pepper. Thank you. Pass me the salt. Okay. Right or wrong? Wrong. Does anyone know how to do it correctly? Come on up. Thank you, though, Javon. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. 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 What's your name?
Kamara.
Kamara. Nice to meet you. I like your hair, Kamara.
Thanks.
We look like twins. Yay! Okay. Pass me the salt, please.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Pass me the salt. Pepper me. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna solve this mystery. Whenever you have a salt and pepper shaker, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Whenever you have a salt and pepper in the middle of the table, and someone says, pass me the salt, or even if they say, pass me the pepper, you never separate the two. And you don't do like this. You do like this. You always pass the two together. So someone says, pass me the salt, you pass them the salt and the pepper. If they say, pass me the pepper, you pass the salt, the pepper and the salt. You never separate the two. And let me tell you what's so funny about this. You might not even think it's a big deal, but sometimes these big companies, they want to know, or any company, that you know these things because they might send you to Europe. They might send you out of town, and they want to know that you know how to conduct yourself. And again, manners cost what? Nothing. Excuse me? Nothing. Say, let's go. Excuse me? Nothing. No, just say excuse me. Say excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. And please. I will conduct myself as a lady and a gentleman 24/7. Say it again. I'm young I'm gifted, and I'm classy. I will conduct myself as a gentleman 24/7. Now, what I want one of the young men to do, come up here, ma'am. I want, let me see. Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome, come on up. Mr. Mannerly. We're gonna pretend real quick that he's taking this young lady out on a date. She's respectful, he's going to the home. So what we're gonna do, stand over here. See, okay, where's my maitre d'? Mr. Handsome, come on up. You knew I was talking about you, huh? And I want you to say, just hold this like this, a menu, and you're gonna say, welcome to Brennan's, and then, hold on, and you're gonna say a table for two, and you're gonna say yes, okay? And then he's gonna show you to the table, and you're going to escort your date to the table. Now, you're gonna say, you're like the maitre d'. And so they just came in for dinner, and you're gonna say, oh, welcome to Brennan's. We're gonna say Brennan's, because that's the only one I can think of right now. Say, welcome to Brennan's.
Welcome to Brennan's.
Say, will you be dining for two? Yes. Go ahead, say it to them.
Will you be dining for two? Yes.
Yes. And say, follow me, please.
Follow me.
Okay. You're gonna take them to the table. Hold on. Take them to the table, and then, okay, and then step to the side, and then you're gonna escort your date and push, there you go. There you go. Give him a big hand, you guys. Give him a big hand. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart. Now, one quick, and I don't know how much time I have left, but let me tell you something also. Young ladies, you're gonna be going to a prom. Young men, you're gonna be taking your lady to a prom. Make sure you have a part-time job somewhere. Young ladies, make sure you have your manners impeccably in order. Young men, make sure you have tip money, because y'all might think I'm lying. I am blank age. I ain't telling y'all my age. Even y'all guess I'm a lie. The biggest problem they have with us, and I have to say it, I'm gonna call it like it is. I've had to go behind a date recently and tip. We don't tip. When they see us, they go like, oh, no, it's your turn. No, it's your turn to have a black table. No. They be fighting not to wait on us. You know why? We play with the food, complain, put hair in the food, call the waiter, the owner, the manager, whatever, trying to get a free meal. It's got to stop. Prom night, get you a part-time job. Have enough money to tip 18 to 20%. You got to do it. Right today, 2013, I went on a date recently. My date tipped $2. I was having a nervous breakdown. I was like, no, you didn't. I had to go get on him. I said, no, you didn't. So you know what? I just said, you don't know this, but this is our last date. So when he went to the car, I said, I gotta go run back, and I think I left something. I had to go behind him and tip, because they know me. That's ridiculous. You can't buy class. Young ladies, young gentlemen, polo shirts. What do y'all wear? Polo, give me some names that the kids are wearing now. What do y'all, huh? Michael Kors. It don't make you, it doesn't, you don't have, it just has nothing to do with class. Because you have that on doesn't mean that you have class. Remember one thing, class is quiet. It's never announced. You could have on a Goodwill shirt and have class. But if you don't know, you don't know. So what I'm trying to do, and I'm going to wrap this up, is teach you guys some basics so that what you learn, you do this. You pull him, and then I pull him, and we pull and pull and pull until we get it right. And we can dispel all these myths that people have about us. You can live in a shotgun house, you can live in a mansion. You can't buy manners. I came out of the projects. And guess who knew I lived in the projects? Me and my mama. Because I walked out of my house every day, proud, taught well, and I was given positive reinforcement. So I have an air about me, a lot of confidence. And what I like about this program, as I listen to Mr. Washington, he's almost stealing my whole talk. What he's saying to you guys is what I say. I've been doing this since 1980s plus. I've been going back to the hood teaching manners. 60 Minutes did a story. Michael Jordan worked with me on a program. Right now, Mike McKenzie. I met Mike McKenzie. That's what I put on the. Mike is the most wonderful guy on the planet. We took these pictures at Brennan's. But let me tell you something. When people see dreads, I think Mike was the first one in the NFL to wear dreads. Guess what? Neat. When you see him, he's neat. You don't see the dreads, you see Mike. You see classy Mike. You can't buy class. But this is Mike McKenzie right here. And his number is number 34. And that's why I call, this is my company, Young, Gifted, and Classy. So I had him come on board and say, 34 ways, to be a lady or gentleman. And I'm passionate about what I'm doing with you guys. And I applaud you 100%. 100%. So to wrap this up, I want at least 3 questions before I leave, because I can talk, y'all, and I know it's getting hot in this place. Okay. And also I want y'all to remember too, when you're eating, never slurp, make loud noise, even if you're making some good old gumbo, never burp. If you got to burp, kind of burp in your napkin. If you pick something up and it doesn't taste right, go say, this is nasty. Oh, yeah. No, just quietly, just take it out your mouth and put it off to the side. Or take your napkin and just sort of dabble it in your mouth. But I want 3 questions before I end this presentation. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Oh, good question. Okay, okay, come up real quick, I'm gonna show you real quick. Okay, you're still eating, and he's going to the restroom, and listen, ladies and gentlemen, you ain't gotta make an announcement. I'm going to the bathroom. No, just quietly, just get up and just go do your business, okay? Okay, now here we go. Hold your plate. Okay, you're going to the door over here. He's going to the men's room. How do you tell this waitress here that I'm not through eating? You put the prongs down like this, face down. So that means when she comes around, she knows, oh, he's not through eating yet, because the prongs are down like this. When you finish, the prongs are up and you put them in the middle of the plate. And you don't do none of this. And let me just say this too. Don't stab your food. Don't saw it like it's the toughest meat. Don't do none of this. Not necessary. Not necessary. As I said, cut as you eat. When you finish, place it like that. That's the finished position. Show everybody. Thank you, darling. 2 more questions. Yes, sir. Come on. Oh, okay. 2 more questions. Quick. Yes, ma'am.
When somebody says pass the salt, why do you have to give them the salt?
Because according to all the etiquette books, and I read them all, it's just one of those things that you do. And I even tried to find out the reason. You never separate the salt and pepper cylinder ever. And sometimes people pay attention to those little things to see if you know.
So you pass both together?
Never separate the 2. And some of these things I learned at my grandma and my mom's house, but I didn't learn that. When I became a flight attendant and I'm traveling all over the world, I had to learn a lot of things. I didn't know, so I just observed. So that's just one of those rules. One more question. I know you got one. Okay, Mr. Hansel, give me one question. Okay, young man.
One last question.
One last question, yes.
Stand up, please. I'd like Jimmy to stand up and ask a question.
You know the little hat thing that you said?
Yes, sir.
Is it like the same with like sunglasses?
No, well, no, because no, not so much. I don't think no, but the hat definitely. Not the sunglasses. I mean, you know, you guys got to have a little coolness to you, you know. I mean, I'll go with all that. But I mean, you don't know. But the hat for sure. Now, before we wrap it up, I want everybody to, real quickly, everybody turn to your soup spoon, turn to your soup bowl. Everybody start eating your soup. No, just sit right there. Everybody start eating, huh? Get your, look right here. Everybody eat soup real quick. Let me keep going. Let me see everybody eat their soup. Everybody eat their soup. Let me see. Let me see. Now, you're doing your, yeah, go ahead. The other way. No, like that. Yeah. Everybody eat your soup. Quick. Okay. I mean, he wanted me to wrap it up. Okay. Now, everybody pick up your knife and fork, and you're going to eat your steak or your, I'm sorry. Oh, I did. Okay. Okay. You're going to eat your steak. Just continue eating your steak real quick, everybody. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then I want, after you do that, then I want everybody to break their bread. Everybody pick up the bread. Pick up your bread, and what are you going to do? Hey, you guys, watch me. Look, you're going to break it in bite-sized pieces, look, and you're going to butter as you eat. Okay, one quick question. If I had some money, I'd give y'all yes, sir. Yes, yeah. Here's the last question. I'm going to see who knows this one. If somebody knows this one, I'm going to faint. Okay, you're eating, and all of a sudden, you drop something on the floor. What do you do?
Well, you simply pick it up with your napkin.
Pick it up with your napkin. What do you do, sir? You've been so quiet. I got to get you. I had to get you. What do you do? Okay. What do you do? Perfect. This child, you need to come and teach a class. He said it correctly. You don't touch it. You say, waiter, waitress, I dropped my fork. You're right. You don't reach down and pick it up. If you drop it, you leave it. Yes. Give y'all, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here, wait. One question. Shh. One more question, yeah. One last question, yeah.
All right, say.
Come stand up.
Oh, thank you. Say.
Come over here. Don't be shy. Okay.
Say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Say you drop your phone.
Uh-huh.
And you kind of don't want the waiter to like get a bad view of you.
No.
And, like you
Nope.
You say something. You're supposed to do that.
You're supposed to do that. Yes. But it's the way you say it. It's, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, waitress. Excuse me, sir. I dropped my fork, and he will automatically pick it up. He's not going to think bad of you. No. Accidents happen. Give yourself a round of applause, you guys.
My team know, right now in the shower, same thing 3 or 4 times. Now do this, and you pay attention, close, and you listen. Paying attention. If you're not looking at me, my team can tell you everybody is down to 20%. Because it's doing the same thing in school. If the teachers don't give instructions, and you're not paying attention,